Hey guys, it's Tango Oscar Mike. I normally wouldn't do an unboxing video, but as you know, I've been waiting for this screen and I haven't seen any other videos online. I think it's kind of funny when, you know, people do tons of videos of the exact same unboxing. But this one, I haven't seen any reviews for the screen online. I've seen reviews for other screens made by Waveshare, but I've never seen a review for this screen. So let's see what we got here. So here is a USB cable, mini HDMI to HDMI. This is for the Raspberry Pi 4. This is HDMI to HDMI. That's for the Raspberry Pi 3. This is a cheap little computer stand that comes with the screen, because the screen itself does not have anything to stand up on. Yeah. So there's a little stand for the screen, but let's get to the nitty-gritty. So here it is. This is the screen that I've been waiting for the Raspberry Pi. There's the power, HDMI. Now, this screen is really light, extremely light. There we go. Okay, so there's that, and now we need USB power. Okay, so I've got the screen working. It took a little bit. You have to actually go in and change some of the settings in the config.txt on the Raspberry Pi. So let's just try something like, let's start up FLDigi. Now this is in the vertical configuration. I might try setting it up in the horizontal configuration, but we'll see. Let's see how it looks. So I can move this stuff off. That's a lot of real estate. Okay, so here's the screen. I've done a little more playing with it today, just to go over, just to give you a little bit better of a review here. There's the HDMI port, the port for touch. As you can see, it says touch, power, HP, which I'm headphones, and the power button for the screen. That little dot right there is not an LED for power. That's a reset button to reset the touch. If you change the screen orientation, you have to reset the touch screen, which I won't be using anyhow. The two speakers on the back. The screen weighs 218 grams or 7.7 ounces, so really not too bad. It runs off a single USB cable that you can run directly from your Raspberry Pi, so you don't need another external USB power source. If you use this port, it powers the screen and the touch function works from the Raspberry Pi. If you use this port, you just get power and there's no touch. You don't have to have two cables connected.
I'll leave a link to Patreon down in the description below. So what exactly is the Radar Challenge? Well, Radar stands for Rapid Deployment of Amateur Radio, and the idea is fairly simple. You take a portable radio station, you go out,
So you can see video playback seems to work pretty well. Plus you can hear the audio. Like I said, it's not great, but it's better than nothing, to be honest. And you can always plug headphones in. So let's fire up one of the other apps that I use on a regular basis. Let's fire up FLDigi. And you can see now on I have another screen that's 1080 by 768, and the FLDigi screen just barely fits on there without me having to scroll. Of course, all the other apps are hidden underneath the FLDigi screen when I'm using it. But with this, I can arrange these pretty much where I have pretty much the entire app, maybe not quite. And I can actually increase the size of my FL Digi screen so I have more real estate. So to me, this is great that I can have all that real estate to for FL Digi and other apps on the screen. For those using who do FT8, that's great. Now, like I said, this is a tiny screen and this print is really small, but it's comparable to reading the print on your phone. Some apps, like a terminal window, you can hit Control Plus and it will increase the font on the screen. It'll do that with, I'll show you. Let's open up WinLink, my WinLink window. So here's Pat WinLink. And you can see this is a little bit easier to read. Let's see if I think I did increase the viewing. Yeah, this is at 150%. So it's a little bit bigger. So if I shrink this down to the normal size, there's 100%. So if I was going to be reading something for a long time, that's small. But what's nice about this screen, I can hit Control Plus, and I have much larger characters and easy to read. So if I'm doing WinLink and reading messages and stuff like that, so that does work really well. Okay, there's the Hammers app running on this screen. It actually is pretty readable. Let's see if I can do Control Plus on this. It doesn't seem. Options. So there's expanded mode with the operator, state, country, so it gives you more information. But that's plenty information. Now, if you were sitting back far from this screen, it would be hard to read. The Control Plus option does not work with the Hammers app. What you see is what you get here. But it's not bad. It's definitely usable in a situation. If you wanted to log on this, I think logging on this would be a little tricky anyhow. Just with everything else, using the little keyboard and tabbing through the fields, it might be a little tricky. But it runs and it looks great. Like I said, it looks the same as if you were running it on your phone, although this is actually more of it fits on here than fits on your phone. You can see more of the screen, more space. But hey, that's what it is. I'll keep playing with this, and we'll let you see this working in the field at some point. But yeah, I think this might be a nice little addition to the Raspberry Pi, especially if you're going to be doing stuff in the field and might need a little bit more than real estate than what you get on just your phone. And this really doesn't take up any more space than a phone. This is, maybe a ½ inch bigger in each dimension than my phone. Now I'm running this screen off my Raspberry Pi, and my Raspberry Pi is running off a 12-volt buck converter to USB that's supposed to put out 3 amps. I have a meter attached to it, and the meter is showing 13.37 volts, but it is showing no amps at all. So that the reading is so low that it's not measuring, which is really weird. I haven't seen that very often, where it's drawing so little power that it's not even measuring on the meter. I really need a USB style meter to really test how much power it's using at the USB port and not over 12 volts and through the buck converter. But it's working. I'm not complaining. It again looks pretty cool. Now, I've always said, I wonder why nobody makes a screen that's the size that has the resolution of a phone for Raspberry Pi, and Waveshare is doing just that. Now, Waveshare didn't send me this. screen. I happened to be on their website looking for a small screen to replace the hyperpixel screen that I have that got damaged. Saw this screen. I looked for a review from other people on the internet and YouTube and couldn't find one. They had an older model, like I said, that was lower resolution. Yeah, they have an older model that's 1024 by 600, but the resolution on this screen being 1080 by 920, I mean, it's just fantastic for a screen this small. And I'm really happy with it. I've looked at other screens, but they weren't in a case. You know, all the electronics were exposed on the back or some other thing in it. So you would have to either 3D print a case or do something like that. But for this to be all in one, ready to go out of the box this way, I'm pretty happy and look forward to testing that in the field. Hey, thanks for watching. This is Tango Oscar Mike, 73. Take care.